So, I mean...
Wait, did you not think I was the sandwich was coming out?
No, you were saying that dead. You were like, oh.
Fuck, bro, where's the cloud?
He told me when we were playing friendly, he said, you're the best cloud I've ever met. And then he like kissed my shoe. I was like, damn.
So genuinely, I'm curious, what kind of like, very quickly, like, what kind of playstyle do you aim for with Samus? Are you like, because we were talking about like, you know, you have this zoning playstyle where you're forcing options and cracking open options, and it's like, it's very refined from how you used to play pre-quarantine.
I did, like, to be honest, I said I really wanted to play my playstyle, and I like realized a lot of people gave me that excuse saying like she can't do it, but with all this new tech that's been out, right?
Yeah.
Slingshotting, all that stuff,
it's
open doors for it. So, and a lot of that movement, I'm moving around, not the wave landing for, you know, just to be a joke, but a lot of that landing there is for me to practice my spacing, just on the slingshot. So, and I try to use it as most of my, like the best as I can. Most of the time is just me. Like if I mess it up,
get a little closer.
It's literally just me getting a little, like me carried away. Like
yeah.
I'm like, oh, you know what? Even though my nair isn't low enough, I can just keep doing it and it'll try to work. So it's just sometimes, you know, a reminder to, you know, even how good I want to play or how aggressive I want to play, I still got to do it right.
Yeah, that's completely understandable.
Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
And immediately into the, you know, we talked during the set a little bit, first minute or so. umanz getting an up smash here, but we're seeing the Dre ZSS come out like Dieter was talking about earlier, I think.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that he's pulling
He
it out.
did that air dodge. Oh, that was scary. Had he like landed any faster? That
Yeah,
kind of like
if the flood clipped him even a little bit, he was dead.
He's like, kind of playing like a. I kind of like ZSS on Dre's playstyle because like Dre just as a player is big on like use your movement, get your hit, go ham.
Yeah.
And this is a character that embodies that.
And I think Dre actually played the ZSS against umanz the latest CC. I don't know what their set count was.
Scary air dodge there.
I think it was like 3-1 umanz.
I don't remember.
Like
He played
I think
like
umanz won, but it wasn't 3-0.
But I mean, I don't think in general you really want to Mario Ditto this kid. I mean, he beat the supposed best Mario in the world and like washed him. So like,
you do not want to Mario Ditto this kid.
Because like,
great awareness of the character.
Yeah.
Frame 1 jab does not save you from that far away.
And like, here's the thing, right? Dittos don't.
Exactly, great spacing.
Dittos in this game don't say a lot, but what they do say is an understanding of your own character. And umanz knows how to fight his own character and knows what to look out for. And you know, I think Dre does as well, but specifically, like, maybe he's looking at this in like Mario terms, looking at it in like just in a vacuum, but playing ZSS is a little bit different. Very low here, almost dying there. If that F smash hit, he was definitely dead.
It's a thing I actually asked you, man, about when the bracket came out and he was seated to play with. I asked, like, how do you feel about that? And he's like, oh, I think I can do it. And I was like, and I discussed it with him, and we agreed, like, when it comes to that kind of ditto, it comes down to optimization in your movement and punishes.
Yeah.
And if you've seen umanz play at all, there is no doubt this kid's punishes.
Yeah, his punish game is one of the best, if not the best, in CenCal.
For sure.
Man, he's come a long way. Like, around when I was active and about to stop, was around when he was starting. You're just like, he's a fresh player, you know.
Ooh,
but now
catching that landing with that downer.
He's cleaned up so much, like.
Yeah, he shot from like, you know, a little early on, like post quarantine. What he was probably like, there was Infamous, Spot, Woody, Silver Fox, you know, a lot of people.
I remember back in the days of Knockout Esports, a little kid with messed up, like not kept hair showed up and was practicing combos on Rob in training mode. He lost barely 2-1 to Zappelli, but we were like, yo, this Mario's got combos. He was doing Wi-Fi habits, so clearly that's where he was grinding from. But I was like, he's grinding and he's like not like super salty about the loss in a way where he's not like trying to fix it. This kid just keeps coming to events. He's gonna body all of us. Fast forward 4 years, we got the #1 seed of CenCal Summit.
And this is what we're looking for, you know, this kind of mentality of even if you lose, you want to learn from your losses. You want to grow from that, and eventually, like, you know, these things happen.
So, like, umanz like does not like Game & Watch, but like, look at how he's bodying this character switch here. Like, this is a big playstyle switch from ZSS to Game & Watch.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Because Dre picks a lot of very committal options. Well, as committal as they can be on Game & Watch.
But like, the way he was playing Zero Suit was not the way like Game Watch and Zero Suit can both play that. I'm going to sit outside your range and throw moves you can't punish and just bug you forever. He was not playing that way with Zero Suit. Why did you pick a character that plays that playstyle harder when you weren't already showing that playstyle?
I'm worried that since Dre lost the game, his mental might force him to pick more committal options, and especially on a character like him, just get blown up.
The up smash certainly worked there. This is still Game & Watch. This is probably one of the most like game plan efficient characters.
I do think that's just part of his style, though. Like even on Mario, he'll tend to do like very committal options in neutral. He likes to go for these callouts.
Like then, F smash.
Yeah, F smash, up smash, raw up smash.
Yep, those raw reverse
up like up smash, run back, up smash, spot dodge, up smash, like.
Dude wants to swing.
And it's like, I mean, this is kind of like, I feel like this matchup right here specifically, especially with Dre's playstyle and umanz's playstyle, it's like the immovable object against the unstoppable force, you know? Yeah. umanz is the unstoppable force. He's constantly trying to just put on this pressure. Dre's the immovable object because you do something, he'll still throw out a button. He'll still try and just get you, like, put this pressure on you. But umanz is going to down there.
Fantastic pickup off that up.
Game & Watch is super light, so he's definitely going to die there.
That was, like, perfectly timed and everything. This matchup is tricky, and it was, like, such an issue in early Ultimate because, like, the game comes out, everyone wants to move and match their fast aerials. Game & Watch comes out and says, hey, if you press buttons, my buttons win. You need to be much more tighter with your positioning and timing. And umanz is there. Ooh. He is there.
The patience on that fair. Speaking of pressing buttons, a little avatar action.
A little avatar stage. Delay the chef a bit with the cape. Chef is limited to doing 5 in a row before it has to reset a bit, so delay it a bit, force the all 5 so you get that window. Bad timing on the get up though.
You guys remember that Meister tweet where he was like, I'm like Aang from Avatar because I'm so goofy and silly because I go into my avatar state.
This is scary.
103%, yeah, this is definitely like,
full
he has
bucket
here.
Full bucket of 3 fireballs.
It won't kill, but that might break shields still.
Maybe.
We'll have to see how Mario plays around it.
Forward air,
also, we'll have to see if he even gets the option too, right?
Because like, think back to early Game & Watch, and everyone's like, oh, you just have to respect key. Nah.
Yeah. You go to the side of it.
You're in the right spot, you're ready, jump to the side. Like, this isn't even like a disjoint character. Everyone's like, oh yeah, you beat Game & Watch by picking a big sword. This is Mario.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
No,
and
he
it's
just
like,
jumped up to kick him.
And it's like, people constantly talk, because I think Game & Watch is still very good. Has insane strengths, right?
He's switching back to it.
So,
right
now we'll see it.
So I think that Game & Watch is just kind of one of those characters where, yeah, it can be hard to whiff punish. Yeah, he has some insane moves, but like, they're not, in most matchups at least. I know D-tier's on the couch, but in most matchups, they're punishable to some extent, and you can kind of like anticipate them.
The number one thing I tell people who are playing Smash and getting frustrated, because usually their frustration is like, what do I do about this? Is I tell them, there is not a single button in this game that you cannot punish. And I don't mean that in the sense of getting the hit. You can get positioning off of them over committing somewhere. You can put them in a position off the corner. You can get information. You don't always need the hit. And that was a big part of dealing with Game & Watches. You might not hit him by landing on him.
Bud Light. He just came back. You have 5 cases of Bud Light in your hand. The stream cannot see you. Yeah?
He doesn't even know. Man, how many of them did he have beforehand?
Salty, where did you go?
So Dre had the lead and then one ledge situation, and now we're at even.
Now we're honestly, conditioning-wise, umanz is probably just up because he's up, 2-0 right now.
I thought those were like oysters. I was like, what the fuck?
And he's the one who's been making the comeback so far in this.
Exactly. This is the worst, like one of the worst situations to be in. Is not your counter pick started. Your counter pick is already being adapted to.
And it's like, once again, like you were saying very early on, Peter, like this is a big thing of learning your positioning and extending off of your combos and getting the most out of them. And this is even
able to punish that whipped up tilt.
Dre's not afraid to like just toss out a committal move.
And there was able to work just perfect because at that moment, umanz going for his safe poke, just F tilt, this should be fine. Like you can't react and punish this. Dre wasn't reacting, he was already coming in. And he is still coming in.
Pick up on that.
Great pickup on that.
And that's a big, big conversion coming out from Dre because like, the Mario Ditto, like we were saying, I wouldn't Mario Ditto him personally, but Dre still mains the character.
Yep.
This is kind of a last resort pick because ZSS was the pocket he was confident in. That didn't work. And the Game Watch is secondary. That didn't work. So I'm not surprised by the Mario pick at all.
Missing the fair on that up there. Almost evened it out, but every chance that UMen doesn't close out the stock is a chance for Dre to build up a lead.
I like the patience that he just dropped and said, yeah, you go flying. Come down
UMens
on the
is
ledge.
still just really smart with all that. Like, he's very good at knowing just how hard to push his offense.
Oh, and that should kill.
Yeah.
Yep, just
Yeah.
barely.
Now, 41%, it's...
That's not a ton.
Yeah, you can definitely like get the kill off of that percent, and you know you're racking more and more damage, but it's still a Mario conversion. 88% Carnage.
This is still Mario, and it's still UMen's Mario. So it's like every little bit here, yeah. But if you do not finish your food, you give this kid a chance to come back. Right, that's the
And Dre kind of
situation.
playing a little safer now, you know, just taking these small hits, racking up just a little more.
There's
Besides
that
that,
up smash you were talking about.
there it is
Oh,
again.
do it again.
Oh, he's
Not
not
yet.
dead, though.
With
Was that
DI
like
for-
a sour hitbox?
It was like the front hit.
I think it
oh,
was
this
just
is scary. Good
the
DI
base
out, avoided the
direction.
down air.
So it's easier to DI that.
157. Oh, he's dead.
And once
yeah.
again,
100%
like you
dead.
said, just
Not afraid to just pop it out.
don't wait on the reaction. Swing the kill move. Especially in that kind of situation with that high of a percent.
Yeah.
Like, UMen's has been really good at like his positioning, and I've talked on and on about it. Kid's not like inhuman.
Yeah, he
He's
will
still
make a
gonna-
mistake.
He'll still make a mistake. He's not every time going to be perfectly ready to punish you.
Yeah.
So in a time like that high situation, absolutely, like throwing those out was worth it.
And if you hesitate, you'll miss it. And you might miss it for another like 2 minutes.
And if you hesitate and miss it, that gives him that opening.
Yeah.
So that is where Dre's strength of just not being afraid to pull that trigger
Just comes in
absolutely
cheap.
paid off.
Yeah. And big opening already. The forward air, 31% already on the humans. And you know we're going to Battlefield, the tried and true Mario stage pick. You know both of them might get messed up a little bit on this stage, but both of them are also going to get a lot of value off of it.
Exactly. When both of you have supercharged advantage state,
Good drift from Dre.
it's not a
there.
benefit for either.
Still put in an edge situation here, though.
Yeah, and a lot of these interactions in the air are just, can I get some kind of down air? And if so, can I get like the DI mix-up? And, you know, for the person that is getting comboed, it's like, can I somehow get out of this combo without committing to a defensive option so heavily that I will get punished on my landing?
Exactly. It's can I avoid this? Can I avoid death? And how big of a reversal could I even go for? It's going to come down to those specific decisions because you're limited to each other's toolkits and punishes. So it's going to be a matter of who's making those decisions to fully get like knowing what the other person's going for.
Yeah, neither of these players seem to be playing like each interaction as I'm gonna win this interaction. It's I'm waiting till he cracks.
Yep. And right there, that was the first crack. Just up, you roll in. Because yeah, UMen's hasn't been going for as crazy of his punishes. He's been going for his usual resets. But at the same time, there's a little bit more slowness here. UMen's is a little more careful.
Yeah, and, you know, it's getting to a point where, you know, umanz is trying to, umanz will let these options rip, but he's kind of playing a little more like coordinated, just waiting like there, but Dre will just let options rip.
And as we talked about,
nice.
if you
Up smash.
hesitate, you lose it. But
Yeah,
right there, ripping a second up smash right after, just nope, no spot dodge, no delay, no shit, just do it again.
Yeah, and I
Just
understand wanting to get some kind of combo started, but you're playing Mario, you should understand, like, you know for a fact, you don't want to be above your own character at kill percent.
Exactly. Good awareness on Dre there, not to go for like any air dodges, just go back to ledge. UMen was scoping out like an aggressive play. Misses the up
Misses
B.
the up B, and this could be a big reversal coming out from umanz.
Oh,
No jab lock. They're
jab
both
lock.
missing the things that take the stocks here, just barely. It's very close. Back throw to set up off stage.
and now it's UMan's turn.
Dre has like caped every offstage fireball, like every single one.
This has just been
Facto.
perfect back and forth.
Barely not dead.
Like UMan's patience and going for like the non-super crazy committal options to get the kills are kind of being his downfall here.
Yeah.
He's missing bigger punishes that could lead to stocks, and so even though he's winning like more interactions, Dre's taking the stock first.
Yeah.
And that's so like it's what he talked about for the Ditto. Just what matters in the Ditto? You got the same tools. It's who's getting the bigger punishes.
Yeah, and 31%, once again, we were saying this last game, that's nothing for Mario, but
Yep.
at the same time, it's nothing for Mario, you know, because he can still get that conversion.
Up there.
But right here, this
Up
is still
B.
everything for Dre.
Oh.
We're going to get the kill screen. It's not
that
that
Barely
was
close
not
yet.
kill.
91%.
That is a 91% though.
And umanz has a tall hill to climb here, but it's still
Oh.
Mario.
And Dre is doing the Dre thing. He's going for these big swings.
Oh, wow,
Oh,
what a
misses the
grab.
second up air. These air dodges in. I'm waiting for a bigger punish. because that's the third one in a row he's done in these situations.
And he
misses
was
the F
waiting for
smash.
that, but he didn't punish it.
That's
again.
another air dodge in.
And again, like, he sees it, but he's not punishing it. He seems like...
He's like saving it for like an ace in a hole, but like, can you afford to wait this long?
Goes for the up smash and barely misses. And just so many smash
Dre's
attacks going on
swinging.
from Dre.
There's the down.
And that's going to be the up
that'll
smash,
be
and that's
the
going to
down
kill.
smash.
That'll be a
Really
game
good.
And the
5
cameras are
situation.
frozen here. Dre
I
is
was
so
like-
focused.
That is how serious it is.
Umanz does not move. He understands
Oh, you
how
can
hard that up
refresh
smash
He
is.
is frozen in how like intensified he's done this.
Whoever
He
moves
needs
first loses the set.
it. I believe it.
Good morning, Woody. How was your nap? Huh? You feel better? I'm glad, brother. You play tomorrow, right? Oh yeah, you're in my pool. Yeah, because we have our
Game
pool's at
5.
1?
Dre making the reverse 3-0
What
attempt with Mario.
Yeah.
Oh.
The character he was actually avoiding playing.
So he walked into this like, no, I'm not going to do the Ditto. No, I'm gonna do my Zero Suit. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, do the game. These are characters I can do this match. Okay, now let me show you how it's done.
Oh.
Dre and Umanz no longer exist. Uh-oh.
Were they ever here to begin? Oh, they're waiting for the tech roll in. Umanz patient style, waiting for these big punishes when he gets like the lead, but otherwise going for small things.
Now we can see the bottom left and right corner, though.
You can see the little front part of PS2 where you can see the latch on the metal stage.
And once again, both of them just kind of
Oh,
falls
Down
on the down
air,
air.
and that's his double jump.
But
Misses
still makes
ledge.
it back.
Snapping to ledge there, though.
Missing the back air. Another air dodge in. Dre is still doing it.
Just very slightly away from each other here.
Ooh, misses the tech follow-up.
I
Gets
think he
punished.
back aired into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Falling up air. That's up the combo,
You
36.
can see Uman's playing a lot more comfortable than the end of last game now, though. Saying like mental refresh, you know, frozen camera helped him calm down.
Like his movement was always clean, but now he's coming back into like that level of the punishes we're used to seeing from him. We're
Yeah.
coming into him like being able to pull the trigger and get these like tight punishes.
Oh, that was almost really bad. And
That was almost really
Good save
bad.
of his jump, though.
you know, game 5 here, in the middle of a reverse 3-0, this is not the time to be showing nerves, but unfortunately for Dre, you know, he's throwing out all these committal like F smashes. He's air dodging out every time. Right there again.
Now that thing that might have saved Dre in those last hit situations, they might not work so well when you've got a stock down on you, man.
Yeah. Especially like Umanz is now incorporating these like reads into its playstyle, you know, instead of just this is spacing, but I'm just spacing to figure you out. It's
Yeah.
like this is spacing, but I figured you out.
Yeah.
He's got all that information down. It's like, okay, it's game 5. It's used.
Okay.
All right.
A little too slow to pull there.
Yeah.
That means you're eating that up smash. Still, 164. Almost anything will kill.
Very rough situation here for Locke, Dre.
Yep.
181%. Anything on Mario will kill
Good
him
get
here.
up attack, save him.
try
An
to get
aggressive fair gets him the opening. He's got rage. If he gets the right follow up here,
oh.
this is scary.
That's dead.
That
Oh
is
my
dead.
God,
Max
wait.
rage
That'll
down
turn it
air,
around.
and that's Mario.
That
That's
is
Mario
scary.
for you. Huge
That was
reversal.
the scariest part of all this. Is like you do not finish the food. You're on a stage of platforms against Mario.
Oh.
No jump that
And
whole time.
Last stock,
completely
game
even.
5,
Game
even.
5. Reverse 3-0 coming from Dre in the Mario Ditto.
He
and
took the momentum completely back with that.
But big damage coming out from Umanz, already 38%.
Uman's taking the lead here in the first stock,
Just
or last stock.
These aggressive up B's out of shield. Just nope. No more tricking. No more playing around. Let me just go for it. Air dodge in.
Down air.
Down
And Dre
air, up
finds an
air.
opening finally.
Dre taking a page from Uman's book. Just gets the hit and then fades back. Oh, tries to punch the air dodge in, but it was a tech because of the platform, so not going to get it. Up air, up air.
Oh.
Oh.
That up air was important. That miss is going
Gets
to
the F
hurt.
smash
way.
90%. Only a
This could be
30%
anyone's game
difference.
here.
The back air. Catching the cross up. Immediate grab.
Oh. Nice position for Uman.
Fireball protects him from the jump up. Ooh, my heart. Oh, he was
Oh
trying
my
to get that
God.
punish. He's
Oh
swinging.
my God.
He's swinging.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
you're all swinging.
Back throw.
I lost who's Mario was doing that for a second. It's like the same exact spot they were doing it in.
She's like doing these
Oh my
roll-ins to try to
God,
get like a thing.
oh.
The grab tech.
Oh,
the
back air.
Is that
Left
it?
it. And
that's
That's
good.
it.
Will do it.
Dre
Yes.
takes it.
The reverse
3-2.
3-0.
And no pop-off coming out from Drake.
Man, very calmly composed after what's an incredible nail-biter
Carnage,
set.
what the fuck happened to the cameras? Production! This is why it's CenCal Summit. Actual Summit would never do this.
Now they just run ad breaks.
Ad break middle of the set? Fuck it.
You better sub if you want to see it.
Yeah. You want to watch Summit? Fuck you, watch the VOD.
Oh, my heart.
Very nice play. That wasn't anyone's game moment. At
That
the
was
end.
scary. I think my water's over there.
Is it the blue cap?
Yeah.
Woody is sitting off stream right here. He was unironically asleep the entire set until middle of game 4.
You picked a heck of a time to wake up.
And he was like, Kev, who did Dre take a game with? What time did you get up this morning, Woody? Jeez.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I got a headache.